Hare Krishna. They were reading the glories of Parsva Ekadashi. So the glories of Parsva Ekadashi, also known as Pavitra Parivartini Ekadashi or Vaman Ekadashi, are described in the Brahma Vaivatra Puran in the conversation between Lord Krishna and Maharaj Yudhishthir. Maharaj Yudhishthir asked Lord Krishna, "What is the name of the Ekadashi that occurs during the waxing moon in the month of August September? How should one observe this Ekadashi, and what is the merit one obtains by observing it? Please explain all these details to me." Lord Krishna replied, "O king, the Ekadashi that occurs during the waxing moon in the month of August September is called Parsva Ekadashi. This auspicious Ekadashi rewards liberation and removes all of one's sins. Just by hearing the glories of this Ekadashi, a person's sinful reactions are vanquished. This Ekadashi is also known as Jayanti Ekadashi. One who worships Lord Vamandev with devotion on this day is worshipped by the inhabitants of the three worlds. A person who worships the lotus eyed Lord Vishnu with the lotus flower undoubtedly goes back to the abode of the Lord. On this Ekadashi, the sleeping Lord turns from left to his right side. That is why Ekadashi is renowned. Is re- this That is why this Ekadashi is renowned as Parivartini Ekadashi, changing sides. So over there, when Lord Vishnu is in Yog Nidra, this is all part of his Leela. We think that Lord Vishnu is in Yog Nidra and he's relaxing, right? But without him, nothing could work, nothing could happen, nothing could even move in any of these galaxies, right? Us living beings, we cannot move without the will of Krishna until Krishna does not allow us to. Even a grass, it is said, it does not move without the will of Krishna. And on this day, this Ekadashi, when we are listening to that instruction from Lord Krishna about fasting for Ekadashi, why? Because it is very dear to him. There are two significant incidents, two significant pastimes on today's Ekadashi. Right? First is Vamandev. So tomorrow is the appearance day of Lord Vamandev. That's why today we had full fasting till 12 noon. So that tomorrow when we have to break the Ekadashi fast, right? Then we have to break it at a certain time. We cannot wait till 12 noon. Lord Vamandev is an avatar of Lord Vishnu and Vishnu Tattva. So on Vishnu Tattva days, whenever there is anyone who has manifested in part of that Vishnu Tattva, we fast up till 12 noon. You see, for Lord Ram, we fast till 12 noon, right? And then for Vaman Dev, tomorrow we were supposed to fast, but because we have to break the Ekadashi fast, so we fasted today. So that is the significance of one of the significant. And the second, when Lord Vishnu is lying in the causal ocean of milk, right, as part of his Yog Nidra, it has been 2 months, right? 2 months that Lord Vishnu has been lying in Yog Nidra in that causal ocean. And so now today is the day that he turns. He changes the side, like how at night when we are sleeping from one side to another, we turn sometimes. Just like that, Lord Vishnu turns in his Yog Nidra. And then for another 2 months, right, he stays in that position. And then in the Devuthni Ekadashi, which is the biggest Ekadashi, the last Ekadashi of the Kartik month, that's when the Lord wakes up again. Right, but that is just the pastime of the Lord for the pleasure of the devotees. That look, I'm now going to Yog Nidra. Now I'm changing sides. In reality, Krishna, Vishnu is always in the awakened state. Otherwise, without them, without their mercy, nothing would be running on this planet. Forget this planet, any Milky Way or any galaxy. Right? So Lord Vishnu, 2 months ago, we fasted for Dev Shayani Ekadashi. And everybody who goes to Vitthal, to the Vitthal temple, the Pandarpur temple in Maharashtra. Right? And this year, even Radha Vrindavan Chandra in Bapuji's ashram had done Shringar that day to look exactly like Vitthal. Jai Hari Vitthal. Right? So, and Dev Shayani Ekadashi, Lord Vishnu, rest. He goes into Yog Nidra. Today is the day he's changing the sides. Then on Dev Utpani Ekadashi, he wakes up. So Maharaj Yudhishthir said, "Oh Janardhan, how do you sleep? And how do you change sides?" See, the same thing we were discussing over here. Maharaj Yudhishthir had the same question. What should people do when you are sleeping? Why did you bind Bali Maharaj with ropes? So over here, this both the questions are being asked about Lord Vishnu's Yog Nidra and also about Vamandev. Lord Krishna replied, "My devotee Bali Maharaj lived in Treta Yuga. Although he was born in a demoniac family, he regularly worshipped me. He also worshipped the Brahmanas and performed sacrifices. He became so powerful that he defeated Indra, the king of heaven, and conquered the heavenly planets. Indra, along with the other demigods and sages, approached me to help them defeat Bali. I assumed the form of a dwarf, a small little boy, Vaman, and went to the sacrificial arena of King Bali dressed as a small brahmachari. We all know the pastime, right? So Lord Krishna also himself is explaining this to Maharaj Yudhishthir. So Krishna is explaining why he came down. Because Maharaj Bali, right? Who is Maharaj Bali? He comes in the lineage of Hiranyakashipu, Hiranyaksh, Prahlad Maharaj, and then his grandson. So over here, when when Krishna is saying that Bali Maharaj came from a demoniac family, that's what he's referring to. And if you saw the movie now, how the whole Narsingadev movie, in there they show the Varaha avatar who killed Hiranyaksh and then Narsimha avatar who killed Hiranyakashipu. This is in that same lineage. But of course, in that same lineage, also one of the biggest devotees, Prahlad Maharaj, also appeared. Right? So Maharaj, Lord Krishna continues. I asked Bali to give me 3 steps of land in charity. Bali requested me to ask for something more, but I exhibited my determination to remain satisfied with only 3 steps of land. Now imagine if a small boy, you are a big king, you have conquered all the heavenly planets also. Everything is in your control. If someone comes and asks you, just give me 3 steps of land, and how he became a dwarf boy, small little boy. And how big could his feet be? They were so tiny. Right? Maybe like a shoe size 4, 5, like so small. So in 3 feet of land, what will happen? So Bali Maharaj was although he came from the demoniac family and his guru was Shukracharya, he still worshipped Lord Vishnu. Right? He still gave in charity. We should learn from Bali Maharaj. That's why even today, till this day, whenever we give up something or we give or we do something, right? We say Snes ki bali de di. Not to kill an animal or anything. When we give up something, it comes from this Bali Maharaj, because Bali Maharaj gave the most. And his Guru Maharaj Shukracharya tried to stop him. As he has, Bali Maharaj agreed to give Krishna this Vaman Dev 3 steps of land. His Maharaj was like, do not. I can tell that he is Vishnu. He's trying to trick you. And at that time, Bali Maharaj did not listen. So this is where the Shastras again prove, right, that if anyone tells us to go against Krishna or not trust that Krishna is Supreme Personality of Godhead, that's where we can even go against our Guru. We should never, never, ever go against our Guru. The first instance happened during the Mahabharata, right, where Guru Dronacharya was standing with Duryodhan, and Arjuna was like, "How can I fight him? He's my Guru." Right? The reason Krishna allowed to fight because he was standing against Krishna, opposite Krishna. And even over here, to Bali Maharaj, when Shukracharya said no, he was standing against Krishna, and Bali Maharaj did not listen. That's why today Bali Maharaj is also a great devotee of the Lord, and one of the most charitable. In fact, when Bali Maharaj was saying, "Yes, you take a sankalp, you take a vow that, yes, I will give you the 3 steps of land." And he was saying, "Yes, you have to take water from a pot and put it in your hands and take that sankalp." So, as it was a small kettle actually that Bali Maharaj took, and he was about to pour water out. You know how they have the beak with the kettle? Shukracharya assumed, he minimized himself, and he went and he blocked that hole from where the water can come out of the kettle, so that Bali Maharaj cannot take the sankalp and he cannot give away the land. And just when he did that, Vamandev, of course, he's Lord Vishnu, he knows everything. He took a stick of dry grass and he put it in there. He said, "Oh, Bali Maharaj, water is not coming up, show me." He said, "Here, let me put the stick in there." He put a stick in there, and it actually went and damaged one of Shukracharya's eyes. So when Krishna is saying, right, if the Guru is against me, there's nothing wrong in going against them, because Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. But again, we should never go against the words of our Guru unless and until only when they're preventing us from going to Krishna. If they're standing opposite Krishna, right, then Krishna is himself giving us all these examples. Lord Krishna continued that, "I asked Bali to give me 3 steps of land in charity. Bali requested me to ask for something more, but I exhibited my determination to remain satisfied with only 3 steps of land. King Bali and his wife, Vindhyavali, gave me the steps of land in charity. I began to expand my body and covered the 7 lower planetary systems with my first step. With my second step, I covered the entire planetary system and sky. When I asked for a place to put my third step, King Bali offered that I place my foot on his head. Fully satisfied by his humility, I blessed him that I would eternally live with him." So Krishna is so merciful. He came here to take everything away from Bali Maharaj. In his first step, he took the 7 lower planets. In the second step, he covered the rest of the entire planets above the earth, the planets of the earth, and the sky. So when they say 3 worlds, right, these are the 3 worlds: the lower planets, the earth, and the upper planets, and then the sky. When I asked for a place to put my third step, King Bali offered that I place my foot on his head. So Krishna, if we are so humble to him and fully, completely sincere, dedicated, and surrendered, even though we may have some faults, he overlooks that and he showers his causeless mercy on us. Right? He forgives all of that. But that doesn't mean we should intentionally commit sins. When Krishna was fully satisfied by his humility, he not only put his lotus feet on Bali Maharaj, but he also promised him that he would live with him till eternity. That's why in the Patal Lok, when Krishna kept his lotus feet on Bali Maharaj's head, Bali went all the way down to Patal Lok, the lowest planet. And even today, Krishna is there with him in that planet. Look at how kind Krishna is. He comes down from his topmost position to the lowest planets to out of his mercy for his devotees. Right? Even our spiritual master, they are such a high level that they have to come to a lower level so that we can understand them. Otherwise, if our spiritual master shows us Their true colors, we would not even be able to live with them for 1 second or be with them for 1 second. Because they are at a completely different level and we're still engrossed at these lower levels. So when we see our spiritual master performing activities just like us, just know that they are coming down to our level, not that we have gone up to their level or they are of a lower level or anything. If they remained at that higher level, we would never be able to stay with them at all how we do. The only way a disciple stays with a spiritual master is by staying surrendered, by through Shraddha. The spiritual master stays with the disciple through their causeless mercy, through their kripa. So here Lord Krishna continued, O king, until the Ekadashi that comes during the waxing moon of Kartika, I continue to sleep in the ocean of milk. So Krishna now for the next 2 months continues to be in Yog Nidra in this position. On the day of Parivartini Ekadashi, one should worship Lord Vamandev and remain awake throughout the night. It is the day I turn over to sleep on my other side. Whoever observes this powerful Ekadashi surely attains my supreme abode. Right? What more mercy do we want? If simply by fasting, not eating grains on this day, Krishna is happy. Krishna, we will do that for you. That is so easy, Krishna. Sometimes it may give us headaches. Sometimes it becomes very challenging for us to even fast on this Ekadashi. But if it makes Krishna happy, then it makes all of that suffering worthwhile. And this is temporary. Only 1 day of suffering. Krishna is giving us the supreme abode, that Golok Dham. So we should all try and fast for Ekadashi, perform our chanting, perform seva, listen to Hari Katha, Hari Kirtan, and stay focused on the lotus feet of Krishna. With that, we'll end. Before we end, we'll chant together Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare